What if I told you the NHL's gold standard was forged under palm trees, not beneath original six rafters? That the Florida Panthers, once mocked as Snowbird Sideshow, are one step from a second straight Stanley Cup, while the proud Carolina Hurricanes keep smashing into the same glass ceiling? Tonight we're diving into the moment Florida cracked the code, turning a 0-2 hole into a knockout, and why their blueprint now has 31 other front offices scrambling for the copy machine. Buckle up, because the quiet revolution in Sunrise is louder than any goal horn. Before we dive deeper, these breakdowns take hours of film, stats, and late night coffee. If you're into smarter hockey talk, hit that sub so we can keep them coming. Rewind to the summer of 2021. GM Bill Zito walks into an organization allergic to playoff rounds and declares, no more half measures. Out go vanity contracts. Income value snipes. Gustav Forsling off waivers. Sam Reinhart for a mid-pick. And, oh yeah, Alexander Barkov locked long-term at a number some agents called criminally team-friendly. Behind the bench, Paul Maurice swaps X and O lectures for a single mantra: relentless. It isn't marketing fluff. Practices morph into five-man avalanche drills. Defensemen pinching, wingers cycling back, centers covering the blue. The goal? Blur the line between position and pressure until opponents feel they're facing 8 skaters. By spring 2023, the league finally notices, but only after Florida shreds Boston's record-setting season and gate crashes the Cup final. Fast forward to May 24th, 2025, PNC Arena, Game 5, Eastern Final. Carolina leaps ahead 2-0 by weaponizing Florida's own medicine, high flip bailouts, and stretch pass ambushes. Between periods, the Panthers' brain trust identifies a microscopic timing flaw in the Canes' exit pattern. Maurice doesn't yell, he whispers 3 tweaks on the whiteboard: staggered F2 hunt, weak side D cheat, reverse hinge if Jarvis overcommits. The result is surgical carnage. Bobrovsky slams the door, Barkov bulls through 3 red sweaters to keep a puck alive, and Matthew Tkachuk feathers a tip so soft it looks like slow motion. In just 9 minutes and 12 seconds, a 0-2 deficit flips to 3-2 Panthers. Raleigh's decibel meter freezes. Florida never looks back. Alexander Barkov speaks in gentle murmurs, but his stat sheet screams. Among skaters with 500+ minutes this postseason, he leads in takeaway ratio and defensive zone retrievals. Opposing centers describe him as a shadow. You feel him before you see him. Standing behind that shadow is Sergei Bobrovsky, the $70 million gamble fans once wanted shipped to Siberia. At 36, he's posted a sub 2.00 GAA since May 1st and credits a quirky off-season regimen: virtual reality shootouts tracked by biometric feedback. Teammates joke he can recite McDavid's release angle in his sleep. The point is, Florida's backbone isn't flashy, it's ice-cold execution. Dynasties aren't built on top lines alone, and the Panthers' third wave hits like a riptide. Anton Lundell wins a faceoff, spins off Aho, and beats him to the back post in the same motion. Sam Bennett? He dishes playoff hits that send popcorn flying 3 sections up. And then there's Brad Marchand, the mid-season waiver claim many called washed. All he's done is inject chaos into every second period, drawing 2 power plays per game since joining. Behind the bench, performance director Tommy Powers swears by Florida's heat acclimation chamber. Players pedal bikes in 100-degree humidity to simulate late-game fatigue. Rival trainers are reportedly requesting blueprints. Let's address the elephant basking in the 28-degree Florida sunshine. Money stretches farther under palm trees. Because the state takes 0 income tax, Alexander Barkov's $10 million AAV feels more like $12 million in Montreal or New York. Critics howl built-in cheat code, yet the collective bargaining ink is clear. Players are free to sign where they please. What outsiders miss is that those same palm trees shaded an arena that couldn't sell out a weekday game 10 years ago. The Panthers were bottom 5 in gate revenue, bottom tier in draft lottery odds, and downright invisible on national TV. Bill Zito's regime didn't simply flash sunshine at free agents, it weaponized efficiency. Short-term front-loaded deals, Reinhart Forsling, paired with analytics-spotted bargains, Rodriguez Lundell's bridge, let Florida hoard depth while rivals paid premiums for star names. But advantages on paper still have to translate on ice, which drags us straight back to the team that's tried to mirror Florida stride for stride and keeps face-planting. Hurricanes have spent 5 seasons perfecting a brand of hellhound forechecking that looks eerily familiar. F1 F1 hunts like a heat-seeking missile. F2 seals the dasher. 5 red jerseys collapse, retrieve, and churn. In theory, the system is Florida's twin. In practice, the mirror cracks where execution meets finishing talent. Carolina wins the territorial battle, then shorts a tap-in. Their 9.1 shooting percentage this postseason ranks 13th out of 16 playoff teams. Florida sits top 3, Seth Jarvis, Sebastian Aho, Andrei Svechnikov. Skilled, yes, but streaky, and there's no Kachuk-style chaos agent to tilt a game with a single net front scrum. Perhaps the harshest reality is psychological. Carolina has lost 12 of its last 13 conference final games. Brenda Moore's post-series press conference felt like a confession. They're the standard. Translation, we're the imitator. Do you double down on the copy, or rip pages out and start scribbling your own? The front office has 6 weeks and a draft floor buzzing with trade chatter to decide. Whatever they choose, one thing is certain. The rest of the league has already begun photocopying the Panthers playbook and cranking the printer to overdrive. Hockey evolves by theft, and Florida's blueprint is the hottest intellectual property since the 1-3-1. 14 teams boosted controlled high flip exits by 20% year over year. Preseason camps now feature Panther drill stations, where defenders practice pinching while weak side wings reverse hinge. The New Jersey Devils lured away Florida's lead data architect, Katie Butler, within 48 hours of the Eastern Final handshake, tasking her with replicating the Cats' 5-man compression algorithm. Dallas imported inflatable stretch pass gates, so Miro Heiskanen can sling rink-length saucers under pressure. Even rebuilding rosters smell opportunity. Arizona's AHL affiliate held a week-long clinic on heat map rotations copied straight from Sunrise footage. But imitation has a price. Systems lose their edge when every bench adopts them. Advantages shrink to execution speed and brain power. That's why Florida keeps layering fresh wrinkles. Mid-cycle position swaps, goalie rim intercepts, double net screens, keeping the rest chasing ghosts. League insiders whisper that Commissioner Bettman's competition committee is monitoring the surge in neutral zone flips, fearing it could evolve into the next trap war of attrition. If rules tinker, the innovators will pivot fastest. Copycats risk being stuck with yesterday's meta, which sets the stage perfectly for the rematch no one can ignore. And so we arrive at the looming rematch. Edmonton roars in behind McDavid's OT dagger versus Dallas, desperate to avenge last year's 7-game heartbreaker. Odds makers list the series as a coin flip, because how do you handicap 2 freight trains on the same track? For the Panthers, victory means more than silver. It etches their name beside the 2016-17 Penguins and 2020-21 Lightning as the salary cap era's rare repeat champs. For the Oilers, it's redemption and maybe a legacy-saving moment for McDavid. Either way, fans win a heavyweight chess match. Florida's smother versus Edmonton's warp speed. 3 years ago, nobody pictured sunrise-soaked Sunrise, Florida as hockey's think tank. Yet here we are, talking dynasty potential, copycat epidemics, and a tax state debate that keeps GMs up at night. Maybe the Panthers win 2 straight and carve their name into Capera legend. Maybe McDavid rewrites the script in June, but one truth is already locked. Florida didn't just beat Carolina, they reset the bar. So tell me, if the Cats run it back, does the word dynasty finally move south? Or will the Chasers catch them before history sticks? Drop your take below and stay tuned, because the next chapter of hockey's silent revolution drops the moment the puck does.